Hi everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery. Hope you're doing well. I am fantastic. And Wednesday night at Bramlage Coliseum will be senior night. A completely different senior night than you've probably ever seen before. There will be 5 scholarship players going through senior night, only one of whom was on the team last year. 4 transfer portal guys came in and helped this team in so many ways, but today I want to talk about just one of those guys. Sorry, the rest of you, but Keyontae Johnson is in a group by himself in terms of those transfer portal guys. Tomorrow I'll talk about Marquise Noel, but today let's focus on Key because he has been the key to Kansas State's success this year. And even Marquise Noel knows it. At a press conference earlier this week, the media asked Keese what this team would be like without Keyontae, and he just said not the same. And in fact, he knew that Keyontae was the guy that could complete this team, this roster, as it underwent almost a complete rebuild under Jerome Tang. Only Marquise Noel and Ish Massoud, a junior this year, stuck around, and so they had to fill 11 new spots. And 8 of those guys are playing, 3 are redshirting. But Keyontae Johnson was the most crucial piece of the puzzle and the last guy to actually say he was coming. Desi Sills technically showed up later, but he had already committed. Keyontae Johnson, you know the story. Heart ailment at Florida. Florida would not let him play there anymore, so he had to find a new home. And once that became very clear, later in the year, last year, he started looking, and he looked, and he found some schools interested. And one of them was Kansas State. And he and his family spoke with Jerome Tang and the coaches, and it sounded good. But Keyontae Johnson, who's from Virginia and played at Florida, needed to come to Manhattan, Kansas to check it out. Now, if you're an outsider, you might think Keyontae would come to Manhattan, Kansas and think, oh, God, what am I doing in the middle of Kansas? But if he came with that notion, he didn't leave with that notion. And in fact, at Monday's press conference, Keyontae said Manhattan will always be a second home to him. And in his 4 short months at Kansas State, he's had a significant impact on the school, but I think the school has had an impact on him. He's a special player, no doubt about it, and we've seen him kind of have a resurgence here as the season's gone on, as he starts to play the kind of basketball we know he can play. He's going to play in the NBA. Whether or not teams will take a chance on him because of his heart, well, I wouldn't worry about that if I were them, because he's not worried about it, and it's his life. Keyontae Johnson has been a special guy for a special team and a special year at K-State basketball. And it's senior night for him, and even though he's only been on campus for 4 or 5 months, Keyontae Johnson is going to receive one heck of an ovation.